Yeah. Hey, I guess I can just move this.
Yeah, do whatever
How
you got to do.
doing?
Okay.
Come to the party now, pal.
I'm trying. Okay, keep talking.
Yeah. Oh, I can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could-
can hear me now.
Okay.
Kind of.
Is that
Hello.
is that the level you're going to be at right there?
Yeah, well, I'll try to be around this level. If I get loud, is that good?
I don't. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds talking into the mic.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can be quiet for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that's probably good. I'm hoping.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Now I got to get me. Okay, there we go. That's perfect.
I can hear you fantastically.
Can you hear me?
Dude.
I can hear you too.
Mm.
There we go. I think that's perfect.
Do we have Wi-Fi in here?
Yeah, there is Wi-Fi in here. If you have an Xfinity password, there's Xfinity. If not, there's another one that's called something. I'm not positive.
Something.
Oh, John's got it. Thank you so much, John. You're the best, man. We fucking love you around these parts. Hell yeah. All right, are you ready? We're going. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Do you want to wait till you got Wi-Fi?
Yeah, let's get Wi-Fi real quick.
All
I
right,
don't know.
we'll
Shit.
do that. We'll do that.
Candid.
Can't.
6987.
All my followers know the Wi-Fi password now.
It's Candid your mother at .com.
He never stops. I love it.
Oh God. Let's see if we got some Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Whatever, dude. I typed it in wrong. It doesn't fucking matter.
You sure? We'll send you all this. We'll group you in with our Google Drive.
I like driving.
Are you down with that? Is that okay, Tony?
I like.
Okay, cool. All right. I am your Uncle Opie. I am a Mormon. I am on probation, and I am addicted to Robitussin, and I love y'all for real. Lucky listener, it is Monday night at 7 p.m. That can only mean one thing. You are tuned into Utah Music Radio. Utah doesn't exist on UtahMusicRadio.com. Tonight, I have with me an incredible actor who is local to Utah. His name is Travis Hunter. He's a very, very funny person. Me and him have been friends for a good few years now. We've worked on multiple projects together. How are you doing, bro?
Oh! I'm so good. How the hell are you, bro? Good. Shit.
So, besides the acting, you have like some your art, your Hoonertang.
Yeah, Hoonertang.
Okay.
Dude.
So first of all, your illustrations, your digital art. Let's get into that. I want to get to your videos too.
Okay.
Okay.
Shit, we're gonna get there.
Yeah, we are. Okay. So, first of all, shout out John and Alicia Farmer for granting us this space at Utah Music Radio and Zepstone Media. Without them, we wouldn't have anything that we have. We love you guys so much. Shout out Epics by T Boogie. That's Epics like Epics and then T and then BOOGEE behind the camera. Follow her everywhere. Everyone here works really hard to bring you the best show every week, and we would appreciate your support. We love you guys, everybody watching at home, everybody listening, every Monday night, 7 p.m., UtahMusicRadio.com. All right, Travis. Yeah. What kind of digital art? How did you get into doing digital art pieces?
Well, I've always drawn ever since 1997. Well, ever since that's how I learned my alphabet was drawing.
Yeah,
I drew houses. You know,
yeah.
When my dad was yelling at my mom, I was like, "Let's draw something and take my mind off of this." And then so I would draw. And then 1997, I drew these comics called Chuck Worm, and I've been drawing them since that Planet Ono.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, Planet
Ono, okay,
Ono on Instagram and the Facebooks, and they're like my own little characters, a worm and a nightcrawler and all these weird little sons of bitches that I draw, and but then I got an iPad and I suck with technology, and finally I got an iPad and I started drawing people and drawing just random shit,
changing the game.
Yeah, just having fun with it. I don't draw as much as I should. I do love it. It makes me feel good.
Hell yeah.
But I whatever, dude. Okay. Fucking that's one aspect.
That's what you're a multi-dimensional creature. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Multi layers here. So Planet Ono, and then you have the one with Mr. H. What is dude, those are so fucking funny. Oh my god.
Mr. H.
Mr. H.
Shit. What do you want to know about Mr. H, man?
So what's the storyline there?
Well, about almost 5 years ago on TikTok, I was I was making content 6 years ago, 7 years ago, just making up all sorts of shit, characters, but not really committing to characters or naming the characters or like having stories, just more or less trying to be what everybody else is doing and trying to do trendy shit and being an idiot and not really doing what I wanted to do.
Just
you know?
what you thought would get views.
Yeah, I was doing everything for the wrong reasons, and this one time on TikTok, I saw this video of this guy, and he made this funny video of he's like, hey, do you have fun on your date with my daughter? And then he's like, all right, well, he said some name, and then he's like, oh, and don't do anything to her that you wouldn't do to me. And then he like turns around and like comes up to him. So I was like, oh my God, it's like 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to redo this. And then I just redid it in my own manner. But I put Tommy for some reason came to my name. It's a 26-second video.
Yeah.
And then Mr. H, because my last name is Hunter. And then I like put my hand in my mouth and I'm like, I'll see you later, Mr. H. And then like it blew up on TikTok by like 10 o'clock. I had like 30,000 followers.
Hell yeah.
And they wanted more. They were actually interacting, being like, I'm invested and like, I want to see what happens next.
We got to get a part 2.
Yeah, part 2. And
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And my biggest fear was I didn't want the LGBTQ community to think that I was like making fun of the community or exploiting them or anything like that. I'm very comfortable with the community. I love them so much. But so I did. I kept going with it, and it's about a guy who falls in love with his daughter's boyfriend, and it slowly just went from there, one day at a time, every day, and then TikTok banned me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They banned me hard.
I didn't know that.
So hard. And then I almost gave up, dude. I almost gave up. It was at Christmas. And
on
It was like Christmas, dude. And all of a sudden I get banned. I'm like, motherfucker.
It's like the worst Christmas
ever. And I was like, dude, fuck this. I'm done with this. Why am I even trying? And then I was like, whatever. I Christmas ended. The holidays were over. It was warming up.
Right.
And so I started doing more videos again, but posting them on my Instagram. I'm like, well, let's just fuck it. I don't care anymore. I don't care about posting on Facebook or Instagram. I don't give a shit who sees this content because it's funny.
It's it's going to
It's very sexual and it's very, very sexually funny.
It is.
Stuff. It's basically me banging myself in these videos, and it's so hilarious because I laugh so much doing it, and it's so therapeutic, dude.
Yeah.
And when I'm not making content, whether it's that or anything else, consistently, dude, I start getting depressed. I start doubting myself. I start getting weird and shit.
For sure.
And then so I keep going with the story, and but anyway, I was like, oh, I'll just start posting on Instagram, and because I separate my acting, my professional page from my comedy page.
Yeah, you're very good at that. It's very very distinct that you're professional on one hand, and then this is what you want to do.
Yeah. The people that find Mr. H, they're finding it on their own accord. I'm not going out there like everybody I meet, like just assuming they're gonna like that type of content. That's asinine. Yeah. So I have a hard time promoting myself and being like, hey, check out Mr. H, because when people come up and they're like, oh, Mr. H, I'm like, oh shit,
like,
you watch that show? Well, we know each other a lot better. But and then one video on Mr. H in season 2, because every 100 episodes in like a minute or less, maybe a minute 30 videos.
Right.
So after the second season, season 2, it was like episode 15 or something like that. One of the episodes blew up on Instagram and just got a few 100,000 views and a shit ton of likes, and then all of a sudden I went from 4,000 followers to 20,000 followers on Instagram, like real quick. And I was like, oh shit. So then I just kept going there. And then on Instagram, I could be a way more raunchy.
Oh yeah. Instagram don't care about nothing.
Yeah. So that's what TikTok didn't like, because they didn't like the fact that I was like, it's okay to joke about being sexual, but when I was actually like pretending to do the acts, TikTok doesn't like that.
Yeah, they're not into that.
They're not into that. So I gave up on TikTok. I've been going hard on and off. I've been going soft and hard on the content because again, with anything that you do, eventually you're like, why am I fucking doing this?
For sure.
Should I just give up? Like, does anybody give a fuck?
Right. The doubts come, and you're
but they do.
They do.
You know.
Oh yeah.
But then I just kept going, and I stopped bottom line is, my content shifted when I stopped making content for the wrong reasons. When I stopped doing it for views, I stopped doing it for money, I stopped doing it for those reasons, and I started doing it because I enjoy it. There is an audience that I now have that are doing it not just because they want to see the sexual side of it, or they think that I'm hot and want to bang me. I don't get like, I do get a lot of messages like Instagram girl sometimes, but it's like, I appreciate it. I don't respond to everybody unless they are subscribed to my Instagram for like the $4 a month, because I'm always every day on my story and videos daily. I'm giving people content that's worth paying $4 or $5 for.
I agree 1,000%. You dedicate a lot to it. Like, there have been times I wanted to talk about when you said that when you don't create, you get depressed and stuff like that. And I remember when we first met, I was kind of telling you, I was like, dude, I got kind of a following on social media, but I'm in this dry spell where I just don't want to be on camera. Yeah. And like, I'm telling you this while we're on set.
Making shit.
I don't want to be on camera. Yeah, dude. And like, but you inspired me, dude. I was like, fuck, because like, you just dedicate everything you're doing. You're like, I'm filming at work. I'm doing this. I'm filming, my content over here. I'm doing background stuff. I'm like, this guy is fucking active. I love it, dude. I love to see it. I would pay more than $4 a month to see this content. Seriously. And there are people who are invested. I see the same people commenting all the time on the videos. Like, I got to have part 4, part 5. How many episodes do you have now?
Well, I'm almost done with season 4.
Jesus, so 100 episodes a season, right?
100 episodes a season.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, and there's times. So the thing I think with Instagram, and that a lot of people don't understand, is like every day consistently posting. Yeah. I mean, you can sit there and post anything.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. If you're doing it every single day, you're going to get traction eventually.
For sure.
And that goes for any of them. And on TikTok, I think on TikTok it's easier to build a following on TikTok, which is where my following came from. And I stopped TikTok. I was like, F them. Yeah. I got bitter. And you fall into that bitterness, and then you start comparing yourself to other people. I don't watch other content creators. I don't watch.
Oh, really?
I don't like to fall into I appreciate what they do. I want nothing but the best for other creators. I know of a lot of creators, but I never want to compare myself to anybody else. You know what I mean? Because you watch somebody and you watch them just do this shit, and you're like, that's got like millions of views, and I know I'm better than them. What the fuck? I should just give up. And then you're like a little bitch again.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest thing, is just staying consistent. And I try to go. I went in season 2. I went 100 days in a row.
Oh, Jesus.
Posting every single day for 100 days.
That is crazy, man.
And then I started making money, and that got to my head.
Yeah.
And I started self-sabotaging, because that's something I do. That's something. We do that.
So the money didn't motivate you then?
It started. No, the money doesn't motivate me, but when it started coming in. Because money is a byproduct of doing something that you love for the right reasons.
Absolutely.
Fucking write that down.
Jot that down.
It really is.
It is.
It really is. And that's why with the acting community, I don't do it for money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the money would be great. I don't want to be famous like that. I want to be able to do everything on my own. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, I want to have my own control over that. I don't want to be ran by a paycheck. Right now, you're seeing all these Academy Award winners on YouTube doing fucking commercials.
Right.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
they have the money to make their own films and to be able to build the film community like Kevin Costner, but they're not doing that.
No, I agree 1,000%. I'll see these people trying to, and I think about that all the time. I'm like, why are they on Instagram or on TikTok and doing these like...
Why aren't they doing that?
Yeah, exactly.
You know who's doing it? RuPaul. I love you, Ru. I follow Ru and I watch Ru.
Hell yeah. So it's crazy, but I'm always thinking that. I'm like, so you hear, because here's why. You hear about these independent made films, and then you come to find out, it was made by A24, which is, I guess, an independent company, but it's a big-ass company. And I'm like, how independent is that really? Yeah. Like, how come there aren't more actors who have the money to do it, making just film after film after film?
Making their own shit. I wonder if the Adam Sandler in the thing.
Exactly.
Not everyone's a banger, but, dude, he's consistent. Like, take a page out of his book. Do I watch all of his movies? No.
But he's got lifelong fans.
And and it's all him. You know what I mean? That's what I want. And I want to be able to get to that point to where I have my own crew, you know,
Yeah.
and be able to, it's people that I can trust, because at the end of the day, it's me.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, I've got to be able to rely on just me. I've got to be able to do everything by myself, because I can't afford to rely on other people or have to
Right.
deal with what you're going through, and that's why we can't do this, or you can't be there for this episode. I want to involve other people in my content, but number one, I'm not like, hey, you want to be in the next Mr. H video? And like, these are Utah actors, and they're like, I love your. All my Utah fans are like, oh, I love your content, but yeah, I don't like it or comment because the people, my family can see what I like and comment on.
Exactly.
Bitch, shut the fuck up and just grow a pair. You know, it's just content, and we're actors, we're entertainers.
Exactly.
So, but I love Mr. H. I got that traction. I've been going on and off again. I'm back posting again, more consistent. So, you know.
How long does it take you to make 100 episodes? That's insane.
100 days.
100 days? Well,
yeah.
I mean, obviously, but do you do it just in a row every single time?
That's
like,
the goal, is to do it every
one
single
episode
day.
every single day.
Every day. And that's like you set aside an hour. You think about, you know, while I do landscaping part-time.
Sure.
You know, you just think about, okay, where am I at? Take some time to think about where you're at. I freestyle everything. There's no script. Like these actors that are in Utah, and they're just like, oh, like I need more content for my reel. Well, it's called Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
Make your own characters.
Exactly. That's a good
Make
advice,
your own
actually.
stuff. Literally put your phone to your face, get an easy editing program, watch a fucking YouTube video so it teaches you. Watch your face. That's what I did, is I watched the content creators that did it the way that I wanted to.
Right.
And then I turned it into my own. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
But it's easy, and every time I hear an actor and they're like, "Wow, I wish I could do what you do." Bitch, you can. Stop posting what every other actor is. Oh, this is what actors eat today. This is what I did on set.
Get ready with me.
Get ready with. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
Get ready with me.
Yeah. Those are. I mean, if it works for them, it works for them.
If it works, it works.
But I
and
agree with you
understand it.
1,000%.
I understand it, but at the same time, create content. Do it every single day. Don't do what's just trending. Step outside of your comfort zone, and don't do it for the views or the money or the reels or the exposure or for the casting directors. Do it because you're a fucking creator
And you want to create.
and you want to create
Yeah.
something awesome, a story that you can tell, something that people can get invested in. That's like the best comment I ever got, was like, I'm invested in this. I was like, what? Like, for real?
That's dedicated. Yeah, absolutely. Because like, I love that it's a series, and that would be advice that I take away from it, is having a thing that's constantly going that they can keep referencing back to. It's not you're not jumping around to going like, oh, now I'm going to do a story about like leprechauns, and then the next day it's going to be about like, you know, relationships, and then the next day it's going to be, oh, I'm cooking food or some dumb shit.
Exactly.
And it's like that's why, because it's a lifelong thing, like the Adam Sandler thing, because he's got longevity. Nothing he does is ever going to flop anymore, because he's been doing it forever.
Right.
It's like every single year there's a film that comes out, just every single day. That is crazy dedication, man. Props to you, seriously.
Yeah,
and
I appreciate that.
But I mean, you got a point. People are already on their phone all day anyway. Just
watching.
Yeah, watching.
They're watching,
just
and they're
consuming. Yeah.
dude. And then they're wondering, and then they doubt, and then they're comparing.
Yeah.
And then they're, you know, I don't sit there and scroll social media. I don't post. I stopped posting personal things. Like, I stopped, like, my day. Like, I kept it. I stopped posting my opinions. I stopped being, getting upset when stuff is going on in the world that I have no control over. And instead of being negative and angry about it and feeding the fire, I just stay funny and entertaining. You know what I mean? Instead of being funny and entertaining and negative, that's not what I want to do anymore. And I stopped bashing on what I don't think is cool or what's going on and I'm bitter about, you know, but I might like, but I'm going to be upset about it because they're getting more attention than me.
Yeah.
So I'm bashing on religion, or I'm bashing on women, or I'm bashing on Harry Potter fans or something stupid. And I'm like, I love Harry Potter. Why am I being a dick?
Shit. Yeah.
But then I realized, I'm like, and when I got a comment, and I almost gave up years before Mr. H, and it was on my Facebook story, and I got a message on Messenger from somebody I don't even know, and they were like, hey, I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I wanted to let you know that your story, just my story, got me through this week. I lost my dad, and this story helped me keep going.
That's
and
what's
I'm
up,
just
man.
like that right there, those comments, and there's been a lot more since. That right there is worth more than any amount of fucking money that you could give me.
Hell yeah.
Ever. So when I started getting those comments from people and, inspiring people, I'm that right there is what keeps me going. So at that point I was like, I'm bashing on people's hobbies or interests or things that probably kept them from killing themselves. And I have the audacity to sit there and bash on their religion or bash on their favorite hobby or bash on their favorite TV show or movie. How fucking dare I?
Yeah.
So I
that's a
cut
good way to
out
look at
that
it.
shit in my story. I cut out that shit in my post. That's not my place. That's a horrible thing for people to do. And if that's what they get off on, great. That's what they're going to do. But for me, being a Cancer, being emotional, being here to be a light for people in a funny sense, yeah, I'm a naturally and comfortable perverted sexual person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
how to read a fucking room, but at the same time, I know now that right there is not a way to be able to build a following and retain a following.
Yeah.
So leave that shit out of it. If you're an entertainer, then fucking entertain. I don't give a shit about your fucking political views. I don't care what you think about religion. What characters are you creating?
Yeah.
What are you positively creating for the community, for the world? What are you doing? What story are you telling other than what the
Exactly.
fuck is already going on? That just shows me that you're not creative.
Right.
Or
They're
you're
just-
scared to actually just do something for yourself.
They're just commenting on whatever the recent news story is or whatever. But what you learned is something that people cannot buy. And I think about that a lot just because, like, the field that we're in, like,
Yeah.
actors will say, oh, I'll do it all. I'll dedicate my life to the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then go off and be like, oh, but I won't accept roles that don't pay X amount of money. And
Yeah.
I'm like, is that really? I mean, on one hand, don't get me wrong. We pay a lot of money to get to the position we're in,
Yeah.
training, agents, all the, program systems, all this stuff, networking, everything costs money. And so I get it. So I get it when people want to get some kind of thing in return. But
Yeah.
at some point, you can tell the people that are just like, oh, I won't fucking shoot all day for less than like $1,000. And you're just like, dude,
Yeah.
Well,
So you're telling me that you're not self-motivated.
Exactly.
You can't just sit there and actually create for people without there being something for
some
you.
kind of monetary gain or something
And
like that. Yeah.
that's the hardest part about this is staying self-motivated and realizing that and when you start getting doubtful and you start complaining and you start comparing, that's because you're being selfish.
Yep.
You're not being selfless anymore. You're not doing it for the right reasons again, and you got to check yourself and be like, whoa, that's not why I'm doing this.
Exactly.
So just start doing different things, and it's okay to venture out. Now I have a following. Now I can probably do Mr. H does cooking. You know what I mean? And
sure.
be funny about it. Like
Yeah.
Cassandra's cooking and she's got Tommy tied up and, or whatever while she's cooking a goddamn meal. Like I need to be able to do other things, and I want to. And on my acting page, where it's more professional, where I want to get other actors involved, I want to be able to make another series and like have actors in every episode and build characters and build a story with other actors and build like a community there
Yeah.
and help other people. I kind of want to do like a seminar or a workshop to where we sit there and we don't talk about acting. We don't talk about what works and all this bullshit that you're paying for.
Yeah.
I want to be like, okay, pull out your fucking phone and we're going to make a
We're
video
making
right
shit
now.
right now.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you feel like you look ugly. It doesn't matter if you, oh, I don't know how to do the angle. Shut the fuck up and just let's do it.
Let's do it,
You
yeah.
know how uncomfortable at the very beginning, 7 years ago, how hard it is to like do something and think all those fears and then post it.
Right.
It was terrifying.
I
bro.
bet, man. That's
And I'm a confident person,
yeah.
but it was still terrifying.
You're one of the most confident people I've ever met, dude. Like we'll be in
I bang myself.
we'll be in situations where like I'll feel like, oh, we can't swear, we can't like talk loudly or anything, and you're just like, bam, going off the wall, and everybody
Yeah.
just goes along with it. I'm like, that's leadership that you can't buy right there.
Well, and it's all about like reading the room. If there's children
sure.
about, you
Oh,
know
yeah,
what I mean,
absolutely.
or if somebody's uncomfortable with stuff or whatever. But at the end of the day, everybody wants to say what's on their mind,
Yeah.
and I don't change who I am other than like my swearing and my words and what I
For sure.
and how whatever spicy I get, if you will,
Spicy.
on who I meet. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care how much money you make. I don't give a shit if you're the director or if you're the guy handing everybody the waters. It doesn't matter if you're a homeless person or you're the president. You're just a fucking person, and everybody wants to be treated as such.
Absolutely.
So treat people the way that you want to be treated. When you go to the freaking restaurants, I tried to be a server. Okay, I couldn't do it. Why? Because I'm not a fucking fake person. Hi, welcome to what can I start you off with the drink? Drop the customer service and just talk to me.
Yeah.
Be a person.
Yeah. I hate that voice that everyone has one. You know what I mean?
They all do.
They all suck.
And they're all fake. And
They're all
it's like,
terrible.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
You just talk to people, dude.
Absolutely.
You ask them how their fucking day is. Stop being a robot. And it's the same thing in the industry, and I have a hard time with the industry because
I agree.
it's full of a lot of fake people that are just actors.
I agree. Actors in every situation.
Every situation.
Yes.
And they and they'll agree with you on everything that I'm saying, right? Oh, I'm the same way. And then sure you are. Fucko, like, come on.
I'm so glad you said that.
Like, give me a fucking break. And then I see you on set talking to somebody else and being the exact same person that we were just talking about. And I'm like,
There he
bitch.
is. Oh my God, I love having you here, dude. For real, like there's a lot of stuff that I can't talk about with anybody else because it's like either because we do mostly musicians on this show. So
I'm
far,
a musician. I write songs. I play the guitar. I
Do
sing.
you? I was going to ask you that.
Yeah,
Are you a musician?
I am.
I remember you telling me something about guitar. And did you ever play in a band?
I did. I played in several bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Autumn Eclipse. I'm sure you could find some songs on the internets. Autumn Eclipse. It was like a
Hell yeah.
family,
Everyone look
family
that up.
band. Yeah, Autumn Eclipse.
Autumn Eclipse.
But yeah, I again, I couldn't do it because I can't rely on other people.
Yeah.
And music is different. I don't write funny songs.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's more vulnerable. I have a few songs that I've written on the acoustic that I sing and play at the same time, and
That's dope. Man.
yeah, it's a different side. So
Yeah.
it's like when people see nothing but Mr. H,
Right.
and then they go to my acting page and they see the serious roles, and they're like, what the fuck?
Who is this guy? Yeah. Very versatile.
Yeah.
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 I
So-
love it. So do you have any music out now, like on Spotify or anything?
No,
like
I
that?
don't have any Spotify stuff.
No.
I mean, I need to do
You
it.
should, bro.
I know I need to do it.
Very talented. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
No,
shit.
I was a rapper forever and kind of still am a little
Oh, I
bit.
love your stuff.
Do you really?
Oh, dude. Dude.
But
Yes.
but I've always looked up to people who were like real musicians because
Yeah.
that was always the dream. I only started rapping because I could not play any kind of instrument. I've tried everything and just don't got the skill or like patience to even learn the shit. You know what I mean? And so rapping is
me
like
too.
the laziest.
I love
easiest
and I
shit
like to
could do.
freestyle. I like to rap.
Yeah.
I rapped for a while.
Hell yeah! Did
But-
you really?
Oh yeah,
That's
dude.
dope, bro.
I love rapping.
Hell yeah!
But you have a great style, and I love your sound
I
and your
appreciate it,
voice.
man.
Yeah, dude, it's really really good. And the music videos are good too. They're
Thank
well
you.
done.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
I appreciate that.
I mean, we can take our shirts off. It's warm in here. Okay, fine. Whatever, dude.
I love it. When did you get into acting, like on? I mean, not the content creation, but actual like on films and commercials, etc.
The very first thing that like clicked for me, I've always been very aware as a child. Like I remember, I've always, again, even when I was a child, I treated adults the same.
Sure.
And I was a problem with authority.
Yeah.
Why? Because I treated an adult the same I would treat a fucking 5-year-old.
Everybody gets the same.
Everybody
around
gets
here.
the same treatment. I'm not scared of you. I'm not intimidated by you. This is probably why, out of all the people that are in prison now for touching kids in school, I never got touched because you know what I'm saying. It's like, well, I didn't get. But they knew. But I was always aware. And
A kidnapper's worst nightmare.
Yeah, a kidnapper's worst nightmare. They're like, that guy is gonna tell. He probably won't care if we kill his family. So I was in fourth grade,
Right.
and this is when Jeff Dunham came to our school. You know
Really?
who Jeff Dunham is, the puppet guy,
yeah.
Peanut and
Yeah,
Old Man.
and the jalapeno.
That's all he had was Peanut and Old Man. But
Oh, really?
anyway, there was a film guy that came in, and he had a camera, and he was teaching fourth graders some film stuff, and I
Like
was like,
cinematic
and
shit?
that was back in the the
Yeah,
80s.
big ass
so they had the big old camera set up on
Hell
a
yeah.
huge tripod, and I remember he was having other kids act, and I was like, I love this. And we were pretending to be a turkey, and I remember all of it. So we were pretending to be a turkey. He's like, I want you to pretend like you're a turkey looking in the window at another turkey on the dinner table. How would you react? They're eating that turkey.
That's a specific situation.
I'm like, okay. So I'm like the turkey. I pop my head open and I just start laughing. And I jumped on the floor and I start rolling around laughing. I was really animated.
Yeah.
And the guy had nothing but all these badass positive freaking notes for me. And
Hell
I remember I'm like, dude. And he's like, you know,
like a rush.
I was a really big rush. So
Yeah.
I've always liked being funny, but also with drama, or, you know, childhood trauma and,
Sure.
you know, the rough parents growing up and like, the dad and stuff, and like the stepdad that was a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was the guy that would create games and stories and games. We didn't just play games. We created our own games and like role playing games back in the 80s, early 90s.
Hell yeah.
And I would, as soon as the fight started with the mom and the dad and the stepdad or whatever, that's what I did. That's how I kept my little brother and sister occupied while that bullshit was going on.
Hell yeah.
And I loved it. And that's what I do. I can tell. I don't do it for the attention, but I can tell when somebody's going through some shit. I like to be a light to where people, they might be insecure or uncomfortable or they're not being themselves.
Right.
But if I'm myself, it allows them to be like more comfortable.
Now I can open up because someone else is opening up. Yeah.
Correct.
No,
And
absolutely.
I love that.
I see that in you a lot. Like
Yeah.
there will be people on set or just anything that are just quiet, and you can tell they're just kind of nervous or
Yeah.
they're just having a shitty day, and you're just like, here comes Travis.
Yeah.
Here I am. Let's do it. And like, I've always loved that about you because people feel comfortable around you. You bring a real calm to everything and like active and just like, so for example, on the Gruff film set when we were doing Gruff, like
Yeah.
I was just having the shittiest week the whole time we were filming. And like every day I was like so excited to go to set because I wasn't at home anymore and I could be around fucking just having fun all day and filming. And like you were a big part of that. And I appreciate that, dude.
Hell yeah.
Seriously. Fuck yeah.
I love that stuff.
Hell yeah, man. So, what was your first film, like big film union job? I would say. I mean, are you SAG eligible?
I am.
You
I
are.
am, yeah.
That's dope, man.
I did. So I started just like everybody else should, doing background work.
Exactly.
Okay, but and like it was so weird to me because I started doing background work and like it was so weird because again I can read people very well
Hell
and
yeah.
you can tell all these people are being fake and they're like treating the camera and the directors and the casting directors and everybody like they're like kissing everybody's ass and
Right.
it's like and then you know it's like just shut up and play your part. You do what you're here to do.
Do your job.
Your background actor. Wait till they call you. If they call you, cool. And I didn't understand any of that. I got called for a thing to go up, and it was a YouTube series. One of the guys from X-Men was in it, and
Hell yeah.
this really strapping man was I think one of the leads. And they were like, hey, you're going to be a crew and you're just going to point to the whatever. And the camera was right on me. And I was just like, you know, doing the scene or whatever, pointing to it. And we were done. They were like, whatever. He's like, dude, great job. He's like, how long you been with the crew? I'm like, what? I'm just background. He's like, no.
Oh, shit.
He's like, I thought you were crew. I'm like, no, dude. I don't know. This is my first day doing this type of shit.
Oh,
He's like, bullshit. And then so I went back. And as soon as I went back, all the extras were just like, you got camera time? Like, no, that's so. Then it was like, I don't get starstruck.
Right.
I don't do that stuff. It's like you're chasing it at that point.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just go there, and you know you have a job to do. If you get called to go and get in front of the camera or whatever, that's what you should focus on is what your role or what your job is to do, not how much fucking camera time am I going to get.
Yeah.
I've been on set with Happy Worker, which was a big film. I don't think that's even came out yet. But the guy that played Sandman and Spider-Man, he was one of the main characters.
Oh,
in
dope.
that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And Scotty or whatever from Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking,
yeah.
But anyway,
that dude's awesome.
but like there was hundreds of us every day for 2 weeks, and we had the same clothes every day, get
Right.
dirty. It was hot as hell. And it was so weird having people like when I was at a concert, they're trying to make sure that they're in front of the camera. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is weird. But I did a lot of Lifetime and Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah.
That's where I got SAG-AFTRA. That was the trenches right there.
Yeah.
I did get, I got lucky and I went from background and then I got picked for a stand-in role
Oh, you got boosted
for a whole
Yeah.
movie. And I was like, okay, so I got to see. Now I'm getting treated way differently.
Hell yeah.
And it's a night and day being.
Oh, it's two
Team
two
two
different
or whatever
worlds.
they
I
call
swear
it,
to
yeah.
God, yeah.
Flying
Team-
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Flying in teams too.
Yeah, and you're there you don't get put back into a room like the other
you
cattle.
just sit right over there. Well, we're gonna use you again.
Yeah, you just sit and they want you to watch the scene. They want you to walk through the scene. You do all the walking,
study
all the
it all.
motions for the camera. You do everything for the lights. I got to watch art department. I got to learn a whole new respect for all of the aspects of it, which was awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's Christmas movies and it's Hallmark. It was
Hallmark,
trash.
yeah, dude.
Every single one of them was just trash.
Yeah.
I appreciate it and I'm grateful for it, but I don't. You could pay me $250. I'm not going to do background work for Hallmark or Lifetime Christmas movies ever. I wouldn't even be in one.
Yeah, no, dude.
I've never seen more bitter actors in my fucking life. And these people
I
are
swear.
like Bobby Campo and the people, the older people.
Donny Osmond is there.
They're just
yeah.
bitter, bro. And you're like, dude, what?
And like it's people that I grew up watching on TV, and I'm like so excited to see him, and then you just see him in this new light, and you're like, God, this guy's
a dick.
He's
like,
terrible.
He
What
thinks
is
he's
going
way
on
better
here?
than
Yeah.
this role. It's like, just
Yeah.
be grateful for it. Like,
Exactly.
I would
That's-
have looked at it in a different light, but most of them, not all of them, like the butler from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, got to meet him.
Oh, that's cool.
amazing guy. He was so cool.
That's way cool.
And then the lady from Austin Powers, yeah, doctor. I got to meet her, and from The Grinch, dude. Like, it was so cool. That there were some people that were just, it was worth it.
Hell yeah.
The experience was worth it, but it was a good learning experience. But I didn't know being a feature or being a stand-in, I was going to feature in the Christmas film. I'm at the very beginning of the Christmas Story or whatever it's called. Caring for Christmas is I think what it was called. And I'm the very beginning of the whole movie. Like,
That's dope. bro.
pretending to propose to this, and like that was the very first time I was in front of all the crew. They're all like watching you. They
You're the
set
main
up the shot.
guy. Everything's for you. Yeah.
And it's like quiet on set, and it was like, and as soon as they said action, there was no nerves. Like I wasn't.
Yeah.
It was so awesome. I'm like, this is what I want to do, but again, I don't want to have to rely on this
Right.
bullshit to be able to either make a living at it or to really enjoy it, because
There's a lot of gatekeeping, a lot of processes, everything to get to that point. And it's like, I feel like anytime, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off,
No.
but like anytime I have ever gotten a position like that, like it's always been out of sheer fucking luck, dude. Like it's never because I networked or anything. Like I was stand-in for James Landry Hebert on Horizon 1.
That's
And
cool.
it was only because I was there and I
Yeah.
looked like him. And Kevin Costner does his own morning meetings and shit.
Yeah, that's
And so like he's there doing the morning meetings and he's like just looking around talking to everybody, and I was an extra, and then he's just like staring at me for a sec while he's talking, and he goes, "How tall are you?" And I was
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, and I was like 6'2". He's like, "Get the fuck over there." I was like, "Hell
See,
yeah."
and that's how it should be.
Yeah, but like that's what kills me is like you're saying, there's no like I can't network enough to do that every day. I can't get to a position where it's like this is my job now. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I don't know, but like you're saying, I feel like I chased it for the wrong reasons in the beginning because
Everybody does.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I wasn't starstruck, but I loved being there. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I
Like,
do.
It was so addicting. I'm like, I gotta fucking do this every
You're like,
day.
this one's going to be my big break.
Yeah,
and then it
yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
And then
And
this one's going to be, and then it wasn't. And then it's
Exactly.
like this one. And it's like, then you realize, you know what? It's consistent work, dude.
That is the work, exactly.
And I
yeah.
think the biggest thing is like, being there is part of it, because you're going to meet and develop the relationships, like where
Oh,
I've
yeah.
developed with all the short films and stuff that I've done now, all the work I did for Chamber when the pandemic hit.
Oh, dude, you were everywhere during COVID. I was like, this
yeah.
guy's I loved it too.
It was all extra work, and then I just got to know the directors, and they were like, "You're really funny," and then they just started hitting me up. I wasn't
yeah.
auditioning anymore.
Yeah.
They were just like, "Hey, we got this. Send us just a tape real quick, or we're gonna pick you anyway," type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do, but I don't want to do that type. I don't want to do ads. I don't want to do
Yeah.
selling products, especially for shit that I don't give a fuck about.
I get you.
It's fake to me. But I think the biggest thing is that opened up doors for creating other stuff
Everything
with
else,
people.
yeah.
But then making your own content for every actor out there, making your own content, creating your own characters, having a page specifically for that, not just all your other bullshit or your opinions or all the other dumb shit. Just make some characters, create a show, do a podcast, do something that's consistent, but showcase your abilities.
Absolutely.
You don't need people there. You don't need to get paid to put in like you're getting paid $1 million for your performance.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got to want it enough in the first place so you would do it no matter what.
No matter what, dude. Like, because you can tell when people are like making content, but they're being bitter.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's like,
I've been bitter.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I don't even watch any of my old shit.
I think a majority of my shit is from bitterness.
Yeah. And because I'm like, these motherfuckers, millions of views, I'm going to do a video that makes fun of me, and I hate these people.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, dude. But I had to like, and there's people that don't learn from being a dumbass.
Yeah.
And they think that because they get a few, things, they're going to attract what you're putting out.
Oh,
That's what sucked.
Yeah.
Is when I was being a dick and making the worst content, being bitter and a piece of shit. That's all my fan base was, just bitter, ungrateful pieces of shit.
Just people talking shit in the comments, and fucking sending you hateful messages and shit.
But not even that. They're like, I agree with that. And then they're giving me all their opinions. All we're doing is feeding the fire.
Right.
And I want nothing but the best for those people, because I hope that they see that light, if you will, like I did, where it's like, whoa, what am I doing bashing on other people's stuff or passions or whatever. They'll figure it out if they're going to figure it out. That's not my business or place. And I'm not here to I stopped every time people are like, oh, how do you do what you do? I stopped freaking being like, well, what you got to do is, I'm just like, I just make content every single day. You got like what I'm saying right now, but you're going to take it however you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't force you to do what I do, because you're going to be like, no, I can't do that. Yeah, you fucking can.
Right.
You got a phone? Do it. Stop worrying about sound. Stop worrying about the lighting. Just do it.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Like, I made a video before I came here. I was banging myself. Oh.
I love it, dude. I love it. So what has been your favorite, probably your favorite big, union project that you've ever done?
None of them.
None of them, really?
Like big union, where I got paid and I was on movies or something.
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay. It was, I was an extra. And because I don't, all the big movie stuff that I've done, I don't chase that. I don't have an agent. I don't do those auditions. I don't want to have somebody. Because I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, because they're going to be trying to do everything, get me doing things for the money.
Right.
That's not why I'm doing it.
I get you.
I don't like any of the Hallmark stuff that I was in. But there was for the card counter. Have you ever seen the card counter?
Yeah,
you have?
Yeah.
Then you've seen my penis.
Yeah, dude, the reason I watched it is because you fucking The reason I watched the card counter is because you said I could see your penis.
Yeah. One of the casting directors, her name's Gail or whatever. I sent in for being an extra on that, prison guard or whatever. And Willem Dafoe's in that it's a badass movie. It was a really good movie.
Yeah, it's really good. It actually is really good.
And we're in the flashbacks of the prison army torture scenes, and I sent in for the freaking to be an extra, and then Gail calls me, and I'm like, she's never called me. She's the casting director. She's like, so I got a question. Would you be willing to go full frontal? And I'm like, yes. She's like, do you want to know how much it is? Sure. And it wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be, and I didn't give a fuck. I was like, dude, I want to put that on my reel.
For real? Dude, that should be the first clip.
Yeah, the first clip's like, what the? It was cold. But that was awesome, because I again, doing it and the director wasn't there. He was on an iPad, so his head's on this iPad.
Right.
We're in this freaking cold ass cellar in Salt Lake, and all these guards are around me.
He's FaceTiming you.
Yeah, well, he's he's watching the scene.
Yeah,
so somebody's holding the iPad, and you just see this floating head, and there's action.
Yeah.
And then the guards rip off my the jumpsuit and all the way down,
like a strip
and
search
I'm just
scene
and I have to whatever. And as soon as it happened, there was no fear. I wasn't insecure. I was there to do what I was supposed to do. there was no, oh my God, people are going
My
to see
penis.
this. Who gives a shit? It's about the art. It's about entertaining. It's about
Absolutely.
doing what, you know,
Yeah.
what's expected of you for the scene. But that was my favorite big thing that I've ever done.
Hell yeah.
Would I like to do some other stuff and an audition for other things? Yeah, but I don't want to rely on that stuff. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? The short films and stuff like Disinfectant.
That shit's dope.
That's
dude.
my favorite thing I've ever done.
Really?
That's my favorite
That's
project.
awesome. I love that project.
I love
actually.
it.
Zach is amazing, dude. He's
Zach
he's
and
so
Alan.
fucking
Oh
smart.
my God,
Yeah.
dude.
And Alan.
Dude.
Fucking Alan's amazing too. Yeah. No,
48-hour film festivals. Those
Yeah.
things are badass, dude.
Yeah.
I love those ones.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do like big ass union jobs,
Not
but,
unless it's mine.
but only because of like the monetary shit. Because everybody's there to make the money, and you're just like, that's not what I want.
That's
to
not
fucking
what I
do.
want,
I get you.
They're like, oh, millions of dollars, and I'm like, but you're gonna be a rapist and all that. I don't want to fucking. I want to do what I want to do. I want to bang myself. No, no, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and that's where I'm like blessed with Mr. H, and I got to remind myself that it's like paving the way and being able to build an audience, and you know, so when I do other stuff, like there's a following for it as
Hell
well.
yeah.
They're like, oh wow, that's amazing. Like, I have a lot of followers that don't just watch just Mr. H. You know, they follow all my platforms and all that stuff, and
Fuck
that's awesome. You know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. So we got about 5 more minutes here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What would be some advice that you would give to people? Well, like you just said, I get the same
feel like
way
I've
though.
given
dude.
it, yeah.
Exactly. But I like when you said I got to the where you got to the point where you said that you got to the point
Yeah.
that when people ask you, how do I get into it? How do I do it? It's just like, it's hard to tell people anymore because A, they're not going to fucking do it. And then B, like it's more, I feel like people, not everyone, don't get me wrong. I don't want to bash anyone's dreams or anything like that. Obviously, there's room for everybody here. But I feel like a lot of people that are asking are more like, hey, I see that you have something good going on, and
Yeah.
I want that. I don't want to go through the steps to get it.
Oh, you don't want to go through all the
You
crying
get what I mean?
and all the
Yeah,
doubt and all the
yeah,
fear
yeah.
and all the like, why am I doing this?
Right.
And like, and it's rough. It really is. And there's been a lot of people that have like hit me up, and especially when I blew up on Instagram.
Oh, hell
all of
yeah.
a sudden, all the people that didn't want to work with me before were like, hey man, we should get together and fucking make something. Bitch. Oh, now you want to do something, and I let
Yeah.
them know. I'm like, where were you, 2 years ago when I hit you up saying, hey, let's just make some funny videos.
Right.
I had somebody be like, well, how's that going to help my career? And I was like, and then they hit me up 2 years later, and they're like, hey, will you give me a shout out on your story? And I was like, boom, told him exactly what happened when he said this, and
Yep.
then that happened. But there's also been people that have hit me up, and they're like, I just can't do what you do. You know, how can I do it? And then I give them the advice, and then they're those people that are know-it-alls or whatever, and then they like,
Right.
well, that doesn't work because of and then they like tear down everything that I've said, and then they keep doing what they're doing. Now, a few of those people that I did do, now they've got it.
Yeah.
They finally figured it out. They like actually kept going, and now I'm seeing like they're blowing up and they're
Hell
doing
yeah.
amazing. I'm like, oh, dude, and like better than my stuff. And it's because they found what works for them. They kept doing it, and now they're doing it for the right reasons. They found an audience for it.
Yeah.
So it's all about figuring out what works for you and what doesn't, what's comfortable for you, something that you can be genuine in, something that you really believe in. You're
yeah.
not doing it because of money or attention. You're doing it for the right reasons, you know, for others. It's therapeutic for me to make content because I laugh.
Hell yeah.
laugh and I laugh while I'm making these videos because just imagine this dude in his apartment by himself with all my wigs and my hats, and they're all on the bed or in the room.
Like, what
or
would the
wherever I'm at.
neighbors think?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
My landlords are upstairs, and I'm just like, oh my god, and I'm just like doing my thing, and like, but same with
Hell
all
yeah.
my other content or whatever, dude. And
Yeah.
it's like that right there keeps me going. And then the people that I know that even if just a few people are getting something out of it, that's worth a lot. But being consistent is where it's the hardest.
Hell yeah.
Because just like with everybody, they're like, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel, or I want to do what you do. And then they do a couple videos. They don't go viral. And then they're like,
Exactly.
they stop doing it.
They think it's an instant gratification thing. They think
Mm-hmm.
the hard thing for people to realize, I think, is because you'll see content creators that just have already millions of views by the time you see them. You don't see the struggle that they went through with the 0 views, 20 views for however long that fucking took. You know what I mean?
Or some people get really lucky.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, and or there's also people that have money and they buy the views, and I can tell when one of the actors or all these people, and I'm like, oh, you got a check mark, huh?
Yeah. We already know what that means.
Is that fucking free? Did Instagram hit you up and say, hey, we want... No, they didn't.
Exactly.
Am I going to probably buy a check mark? Probably. But at the same time, my content, I haven't ever like... I'm able to get subscribers on my Instagram, but I don't know if I want to fully monetize it because I think that my content won't fly.
You don't think so?
There's certain things I think that violate that whole monetary stuff.
I understand what you're saying.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But as far as people subscribing to it, that's okay.
People will pay for it. The service itself may not host it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my content, because people are posting on Instagram because their views, they get paid for that, and however many posts they post, they get paid for that as long as it meets all the guidelines.
Right. Exactly. And it's hard, dude. I get violated every single day for just multiple shit all the time on Instagram. And I'm sitting there watching other reels that are just like...
That's why I haven't done the verifications, because I'll get violated for all that trash.
Absolutely.
And I want to be able to make what I want to make freely. If you want to subscribe. It's less than a cup of coffee. Yeah. And you're getting more entertainment and laughs all month long for less than a cup of coffee. You go to Wise Guys, you pay $7 for 3 hours to watch some bullshit.
That is true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not hard, unless you want it to be. That costs extra.
I love you, brother. Where can everybody find you at the most? Is Instagram? Is it just under Travis Hunter, or what is?
Travis Troy Hunter is my acting page.
Okay,
and then Hoonertang is the Mr. H page.
Hell yeah.
Mr. H, HOONER. Hooner Tang, Tang, that shitty orange drink in the 90s.
Hell yeah. The drink the astronauts took to the moon.
Yeah.
That's the
stuff. So, again, I'd say the best advice is just do it, figure out what works for you, be consistent, and whatever blows up and whatever you build an audience for, commit to it. Commit to it and build that audience, build that community. You know, unless it's like just horrible stuff, like all the bullshit. Like that's easy to build an audience off of trash,
off of hatred and anger and shit.
Yeah. Drag over to. Are you? Oh shit! Are you a robot? Sorry, dude.
Oh no, I'm not a robot.
But that's what I got, baby boy.
That's what I got. Perfect. Yeah. All right, I love you. Thank you for coming, brother. Seriously,
you're so welcome.
Yeah, love you to death.
Hope to come back again.
You give us this is one of the best combos we've had, actually. Seriously,
good, dude.
I want to bring you back too.
Do it. I'll bring my guitar.
Yeah, do it. Seriously,
Shit.
We'll get a fucking freestyle going.
Oh hell yeah!
A guitar freestyle. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll play a song. I got a couple songs.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody watching at home, this is my boy Travis Hunter, Mr. H, Hooner Tang.
Yeah.
Follow him everywhere. Come back every Monday night at 7 p.m. for Utah Doesn't Exist on UtahMusicRadio.com. And then let's hit play.
Oh, no thanks. I do.
Big water? Do you want a smart water?
Thank you. I am part Red Bull.
Smart water makes you fart.
It makes you smart.
It makes you smart. Yeah, exactly.
What's this? Is this live?
That's my TikTok.
Are you guys live right now?
Yeah, that's live.
How you doing?
And I'm live here too. So on TikTok we got like 20,000 followers. On Instagram we got like 20,000. Instagram we got like 10,000, and then YouTube, everything else. You know what I mean? But so we go live on the biggest pages that we can.
Okay, I like it.
Yes.
So we're live right now. What are you guys wearing right now?
Yeah, exactly.
On air now too. What do I do?
Love it, dude. I love
You
it.
say when, dude?
All right, we're just we're waiting for her to.
We gotta let the song play off.
Yeah,
How much time we got?
Like 2 minutes maybe. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So just real quick, when you have the mic, Travis.
Okay.
You're gonna want to talk like almost right into the side of it, right there. So you can raise it up, do whatever you gotta do.
Okay. So
Like way up, like way into, like almost into the. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's this side, and then make sure that that's facing me there, because that's the face of this, and then just talk there.
Yeah.
like, what if I did this? And I was like, this. What if I did that? So, is that gonna work like this?
And then he's
What if I do that? Is that, how's that?
You can see how he's lighting it up there. He's number 2.
Hello!
Number 2. Yeah.
Hello! Am I in the red? What's happening?
No, you're good. I can control the volume levels up with, so that's all good. But if you're gonna be loud, be loud. If you're gonna be quiet, be quiet, just so I can get a.
Yeah!
you're gonna
Well,
be
I mean,
loud?
I'll be all the things that.
You blow out people's speakers. So
Yeah.
what you gotta do is if you're gonna be loud, you move backwards.
Yeah.
If
But
you
I-
talk
I'm-
quietly, you move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Okay.
Sweet.
Exactly that. All of those things.
There it is.
Okay. Does this tilt? No. Okay, that's fine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
You might as well hit record now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Where did it? Oh, top right. Yeah, that's the one. That's that one, right?
Yep.
Okay, and it's already going.
Now everything's on. You're
Yeah, just
live.
stop that like that, right?
Maybe I'll go live.
Okay.
Stop right there.
But do you got
Where'd you
that
get
one over?
this? Where's this?
That's my
Those are
daughter's
cool.
old phone.
No, the thing it's in.
Oh, it's a card holder.
Oh, well, fuck. Fucking.
All right.
That belongs to good
Keep
old.
talking. Put your headphones on.
Hey, oh shit, dude. Feel like I'm on.
That way you kind of know if you're being, how loud you're.
Hello. Oh,
Yeah,
hello.
see.
Hello.